Well, isn't this just fabulous? I heard that you're also coming along on our family vacation. Is that correct, Margot? I can't believe you're being invited along, even though you're not actually a family member. It makes no sense to me at all. I'm going to make sure that you know your position so that you don't ruin anything, okay? Good evening, Deborah. Geez, nice to hear from you, too. What do you mean by knowing my position? I'm obviously your daughter-in-law, so I'm a part of this family, right? Wow, you really don't know how this works yet, do you, Margot? Even though you're not a flesh-and-blood family member, you think that you have a right to go on this trip? I think not, and it's not right that you are. So while we're on vacation, you'll be our servant, and you'll do as we say. Excuse me? You're going to treat me like a slave on our vacation? Why would you do that when I need to rest too? How on earth did you get the idea that I should be treated like a slave? I don't understand. I'm a member of this family too. Isn't it just a natural position for a wife to be a servant for her husband and his family? I'm sure the others will join in the fun on this summer vacation. Well, I don't want to participate in this charade, so I'm not going to do as you say. It's a bit ridiculous, to be honest. What did you just say? Do you think that you have a choice with this? Just because of your situation, this isn't how this family works, Margot. I really don't get what you mean by any of this. Is this going to be your way of treating me whilst on vacation? Do you want me to come on this vacation or not? You're not making this easy for me, considering I'm your son's wife. It's just really an unpleasant sight to have outsiders on my family's vacation. You'd obviously be offended if I downright told you not to come with us. That's why I'm allowing you to come, but you're going to be our servant for the duration of the trip. It's only fair, you know. Being a servant, though, asking me to do that is just strange, in my opinion. I'm not here to be that for the family. Why can't I go without working as your servant? I don't think that's fair. Am I being forced to participate like this? Wow, since when were you in the position that you could talk back to your husband's own mother? When did you become so high and mighty? You know that I didn't mean anything like that. I just think that you're being unreasonable when it comes to making me do everything on the trip. Well, you need to understand your position in this family unit. Before you're given the right to participate in any family activities, you need to be our servant first. If you don't understand that, why don't you get a divorce from my son? He obviously didn't explain the rules of our family properly, otherwise you wouldn't have gotten married. Maybe it's better to do that, since I don't want to be reduced to nothing but a slave. Excuse me? Are you actually agreeing with me for once? You'd rather get divorced than help out my family? Look, Deborah, I totally get what you mean, but I can't comprehend what you mean by being a servant. That's not what I married into this family for. But I guess if I want to be invited on this vacation, I suppose I have no choice but to help you out. Well, if that's all you want to speak to me about, I've got some things to do here. Excuse me. Scott, are you there? Do you have any idea when you'll be coming home today?
Hello, sweet lady. Tonight? I think I'm going to be home late. Such a bummer, I know.
Well, it's just that I really need to talk to you about something. It's really important, so is there any way you can come home earlier today?
Oh, really? Well, that's not going to work, Margot. I really need to get some more work done today.
What do you mean it won't work? Just leave when you're supposed to leave for work normally. I'm sure your boss will understand. It's really urgent, and I really need to discuss some things with you, Scott. So can you just please give me some of your attention and come home early? Please.
I don't get what you mean by that, Margot. I can't come home any faster if I'm being swamped with work. Can we just talk about this another time?
But when is this other time going to be, when this is urgent, as it's making me feel really bad about things?
Well, I can't make it work this time, so if you've got something to say, just message it to me right now since we're texting.
But I would rather talk about it with you in person. It would be just so much easier, as you can see my expressions and understand how I feel more. Look, it's about this family vacation that we're supposed to be all going on together. Do I really have to go on this trip? I really don't want to go on this trip anymore because your mother told me that she'd make me be her servant the entire time, which made no sense at all.
What do you mean it makes no sense? Why do you say such thing? But she's kind of right though. You're my wife now, so naturally it's alright for her to ask that of you since that's your position in the family.
Is this a joke? Are you seriously saying this right now? If you are, I think it's a strange thing for your mother and you to ask me to do this. I'm my own person, and I'm free to do whatever I like. She can't just make me a servant the entire time. I'm not going to wait for her to ring the bell for assistance.
Hey, don't make fun of my family like that. My parents own a home and let me take you as part of this trip, so you should be grateful that they even do that. You'll do as my mother tells you to do and cooperate. No ifs or buts about it.
I don't even understand the term servant. Like, what is she even going to make me do the whole time? Do I even get to rest on the trip? I'm telling you, I don't want to participate in this vacation if I'm told to do this and do that the whole time we're there.
Well, too bad, Margot. You've got no choice in the matter. I don't know why you're messing about with this. It's your job to do everything in this family, okay? You're my wife, Margot, so at least act like one. You're supposed to obey your new family and their rules.
What the heck is wrong with you people? Did you even think about my well-being at all when it came to this? If you're going to be this way, fine. I know enough about you now to make a good decision. I guess I've got no choice but to go on this family trip, however. I'm thinking that this will be the last time that I do anything like this. I hope that you understand that, too. I'm not going to do any more things for you or your family after this trip. I knew that you'd be like this, Margot. Don't you realize how late you are right now? Where are you? For goodness sake, you need to hurry up and get here. You're making everyone wait, and we're getting impatient. You should be grateful that you're being invited to this travel tour with 10 other members of the family. You need to hurry up and thank us for inviting you on this trip. You're so slow, it's unbearable. Oh, Deborah, hi there. Are you just acting like this because I'm only a wife and nothing else? Huh? What do you mean acting like this? What's that supposed to mean? You're so confusing. You're literally making me carry everyone's luggage and you're telling me that I'm being too slow? It's almost over 100 degrees out here. Don't you think you're making me do too much? Like, this weather is killing me and I can't stop sweating. What? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Would you quit your complaining? You've been doing it this whole time. Just hurry up and follow me. Where did you go, anyways? Are you seriously falling behind already? Oh, wow, you're so weak. This is unbelievable. Even my own husband is taking your side, which is crazy. I have no allies in this. Allies? What on earth are you talking about, woman? Of course you don't, because we all know that the servant position is what you hold in this family. Now stop messing about and actually get to work properly. I am outraged by your behavior right now, Margot. You're only a wife and you're more or less a stranger in this family, so it's only natural for me to treat you like this. Don't you realize that you're making this too much of a big deal? I shouldn't be treated like this. Do you think it's natural to have me carry around everyone's luggage in the heat of the day, Deborah? Wouldn't it be better if you reconsidered your common sense? This is dangerous. I shouldn't be doing this under the scorching hot sun. What I think is natural for you to do is to not complain and continue to be the servant whilst we have a nice and happy family trip together. I'll be using you a lot during this tour today, so you need to be alert and prepared to do anything, all right? Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to the last day of this ridiculous trip that you made me be a servant on. Ugh, stop your whining and moaning, Margot, and get back to work. Do what I say, woman! Well, I've decided that this time will be the last time that you'll ever treat me like this. I'll be patient and do what I need to until the last day. But it's way too hot, and I am not risking it by getting heat stroke, so I'm going to take a taxi rather than under the sun. You've got some nerve doing that! How dare you! What are we supposed to do with the luggage if we can't carry it properly? I don't know. You'll have to come up with your own idea for that one. Excuse me while I try to flag down a taxi. See you later. You've got to be kidding me, Margot. Have you disappeared again? Where did you go this time? Are you actually carrying our luggage properly, or have you just abandoned them on the sidewalk? Just because it's almost 100 degrees outside, it doesn't mean you're allowed to rest, all right? I am so done with this crap. Goodbye, Deborah. Excuse me, why the heck are you saying goodbye to me for? What's going on here? Well, it's the last day of the trip. You do know that this is the last time you'll be seeing me, right? I'm going to carry out my revenge now. I am so done with this crap, so goodbye, Deborah. What the heck are you talking about? What revenge? What would you need to get revenge for anyway? I don't understand, Margot. It would be insane for you to just up and disappear after being in such a lovely place like that. Just hurry up and get back here. Stop being silly. Insane? Are you calling what I'm doing insane? You're one to talk, Deborah. I never really expected you to talk about common sense. You're the one who's got no common sense at all when it comes to how people are treated. Oh, come on, Margot, don't be like this. Cut the attitude, please, and just hurry along now. Now, where did you go? I'm going to head back home on my own now. I'm not hanging around here any longer. I am so done with this family. Huh? What are you talking about, Margot? Don't be so stupid. You can't just leave the vacation like this. It's not polite. I don't get it. Why does it suddenly matter to you now where I'm going? What have I done now? Hold on a second. What about our luggage? Have you just disappeared from here with all of our luggage? Tell me what's going on. Stop provoking me with all of your stupid little pranks and get back here now. Be quick about it. I hope each and every one of you turns a nice sheet of white when they hear about this. I am already beyond angry about your attitude towards me and how your family have treated me this past week. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. We've been nothing but nice to you. Where are our bags, Margot? And where are you? Tell me. Stop panicking, all right? I left the luggage at the hotel. I left the hotel ages ago, and I'm going home now. Huh? Why are you acting like this? You're being such a spoiled little brat, Margot. Why would you just abandon your post? I had no intention of carrying everyone's bags around today while you all ignored me and had your fun, so I decided to not do it. If you're really in need of your bags, go back to the hotel and get it yourself. A normal human being would do that, and so should you, Deborah. Now hang on a minute here, please. Are you kidding me with this crap? Did you seriously think that you could do this to my family? I've got nothing to kid about, Deborah. I told you what I did, and now I'm going home like I should have done when this trip started. Are you saying that our luggage is at the place where we stayed at the inn? Are you stupid or something, Deborah? Did I say that's where I left them? Think about it, Deborah. Jeez, what is so hard to understand? Don't be such a little cow, Margot. Why did you leave our luggage behind at the hotel? Are we supposed to gather at the station with our luggage? That's what we were told to do, isn't it? Well, it was just an order, and I didn't consent to doing that. All you told me was to carry the luggage around and then disappeared. I didn't express my opinion on the matter because you just ignored me and my wishes on what I wanted to do. And do you really think that type of logic holds true, Margot? Well, it works well for me because I say it does. How was I supposed to know what needed to be done with the luggage when all you told me was to carry it? Are you kidding me with this crap? How dare you disobey me like this? All of us have already left the inn, and we're making our way to the station now. What are we supposed to do? Aren't you going to help us out? Yeah, I'm not helping you out with this. It's too complicated for me. All you have to do is go and pick it up yourself. Besides, don't you think it's weird to burden me with 10 people's bags in the first place? Are you seriously kidding me right now? You're the wife, and you're supposed to obey your family and do what you're told. That's your position, okay? I'm a wife, yes. But don't you think it's strange to not let the wife do whatever she wants, especially on a vacation? I need my rest too, you know. Are you literally taking us back to prehistoric times, Deborah? A wife's role is not just obeying a husband's family anymore. I have reached the end of my patience, and I honestly thought about packing it all in because I am so frustrated and exhausted. I couldn't let myself turn into a horrible person like you, Deborah. I left the luggage at the inn, so you should be grateful for that. Be grateful? Are you serious? There's no way I can be grateful for that when our luggage was supposed to be with us at the station. How could you suddenly disappear like this when you had a job to do? It's almost time for us to catch the train. It'll be here any minute. You need to bring all the luggage with you and give it to us later. You need to be more responsible. We're heading home now. No, I'm not doing anything you say anymore, Deborah. Like I told you before, I am done with this crap. Excuse me, what's that supposed to mean? I gave you an order and you need to do right by it. Well, I'm already on the train back now, Deborah, so I really can't help you out. I tried to tell you all of the times that the train arrives at the station. You should have been responsible for your own luggage. I'm already aboard the train, and I also have all your tickets, but you didn't get them from me. I guess that leaves me no choice but to throw them in the trash, since it's a waste trying to give them to you now. What the heck are you talking about, Margot? You're going to throw away our train tickets while you ride the train back alone? Are you kidding me? What are we supposed to do now? What are we going to do about the luggage situation? Don't you know what to do about that more than me, since I'm leaving now? What did you just say? You're not going to take any responsibility for this? Come on, Deborah, why would I help? You've used me well up until now, so it's on you for pushing me too far. I'm really sorry for being at the mercy of your scumbag family. There is nothing more I can do for you. I don't believe this. You're a wife, all right? As a wife, you're supposed to listen to what we tell you. Well, that's why I was listening to you up until this point to basically please you, but it's no longer the same family anymore. The same family? What's that supposed to mean? We're a good family, and you should be grateful that you're married to my Scotty boy. Well, I soon won't be married to him. I'm going to divorce Scott. I'm done with him, too. Why I didn't get divorced with him sooner is a mystery to me now. I put the divorce papers in Scott's luggage. I plan to keep the house, by the way. Since this is Scott we're talking about, he might lose it or throw it away, so who knows how long this will take. Huh? Are you serious? You're actually going to divorce Scotty? You think that you can do this on your terms? Well, I'm being dead serious, Deborah. It's only natural for me to divorce him since his family makes me feel like crap. I've been bullied and harassed by you so much, and by your son. Scott's never defended me or taken my side, as he's always taken his mommy's side. What do you think I've been planning this entire time? Neither you or Scott knew anything. How dare you talk to me like this? You're over-exaggerating how we've treated you. Have you spoken to Scott about this? I told him via text message, and I've told him many times that I'm going to leave him. But it's okay if you all don't understand anymore. Okay, whatever. How are we supposed to get home now? And what about the luggage at the hotel? I thought you had all of our belongings. Don't you think it's bad that you betrayed me, especially because I trusted you with our stuff? You're just going to betray my family? You're talking about betrayal? What? Don't make me laugh. You treated me like crap and you know it. I betrayed nobody. You were all just using me for your own confidence. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Have you got more to say about my family? I spent 3 days caring for all 10 members of your family, but it's crazy to say that it's natural without showing me any gratitude. I really can't deal with any of you anymore. Don't you know how stupid it is to make someone carry everyone's luggage in the scorching heat? What would have happened if I got heat stroke and collapsed on the ground, Deborah? But you never fell over, did you? Stop over-exaggerating what happened to you. It's only natural for a mother-in-law to use her son's wife. What's wrong with that? Wow, Deborah, it is no use talking to you anymore. Our ideals will never match up. Well, then please go home in peace with your family, Deborah. I'm not going to be a part of this family soon, so don't get me involved in your issues, okay? Or should I say that I wasn't really your family to begin with? Well, okay, I admit it. I might have said something along those lines at some point. Yes, so I'm just repeating what you always used to tell me. I'm just stating a fact, Deborah. Please, just wait a minute. I can't even get home without a ticket. What am I supposed to do about the luggage? Well, shouldn't someone go and pick it up? Up until now, you've been making me carry all the luggage. Someone will pick it up for you. No matter what you say to me, Deborah, it's no use. I'm not doing anything for you anymore. You need to get your act together, Margot. If we leave the luggage there, won't it be carried away? Do you think it's okay to behave like this? I won't let you get a divorce from my son. We're the ones in charge here. There's no reason for it, and I'm not going to let you do what you want. I'll definitely get revenge for you running away. You're gonna live to regret this, Margot. I have plenty of reasons to divorce Scott. He's been having an affair behind my back, so I think that's a good enough reason to split up. What? How could Scott have an affair behind your back? Why must you lie about what my son has done? Well, you just said that I had no reason to divorce him, but I'm telling you otherwise. Don't you think it's selfish to ignore what's really going on? I have the right to decide my future, so that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm remaining on one side here. We need to show respect to the other family members. I have no respect for you and your lies. Are you kidding me? Your son has committed adultery, Deborah. You've also been degrading me so much, especially in public. What do you think my parents would think if they found out that Scott has done this to me and that you've been treating me badly? Well, about that, I haven't really been thinking about that at all. Obviously you haven't, but you don't seem to care about anyone else but yourself and your own messed-up family. They're probably going to react really badly to this. You could have thought about my parents just a little bit, Deborah. You seriously can't get angry at me over this, can you? Especially after you leaving us without saying anything. You, obviously, had no clue how your son had been treating me. This is what's going on here. If he's having an affair, he's the one at a disadvantage. I had no idea that Scott was cheating on you. You're causing a lot of trouble by telling me this. If you know your family so well, Deborah, then you should have looked a bit closer, but it's too late. I'll make sure to collect all the alimony as well, since he was the one not being loyal in our marriage. I don't know if that worthless scumbag will be able to pay me for what he's done, but if he can't pay, his family should at least be responsible for it. Now just hang on a second, young lady. What alimony are you talking about? Do you think it's worth getting money from a cheating man, Margot? Can't you just forgive him for what he's done and try to move on through your marriage? Are you seriously telling me to let Scott get away with what he did? Are you insane? He's the one that did wrong. You think I'm just going to let him walk away without any consequences for his actions? I'm not going to let that happen. I've already made my decision. He'll be hearing from my lawyer soon enough. A lawyer? Are you kidding me? But we don't have a lot of money. You know that, right? How am I supposed to know if you've got any money or not? Well, that's too bad. I've been diligently saving money so far so that I can support myself through this. I have a decent amount of savings, unlike your son, who spent all his money on his cheating partner. Okay, Margot, please just calm down. We can talk about this in a more rational way. We can discuss this and make a deal. If we talk about it some more, we can understand each other more. You left our luggage at the inn, but it's fine. I'll forgive you for running off and leaving us with no train tickets. Just don't do this to my son. I'm sure he knows that he's done wrong. No, I think I'm fine. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I've already made up my mind, Deborah. Nothing you say is going to change that. And do you really think that you'll forgive me? You've never forgiven anyone in your life, Deborah. Margot, please talk to Scott. I'm sure he'll listen to everything you have to say. This is all too sudden. Please don't do this. Well, I'm about to arrive at the station, so please excuse me. I hope all the family members can work together and make their way home. I'm no longer a servant or your son's wife. In the end, my mother-in-law was blamed by the relatives for how I was treated before and during the vacation. She was told to take responsibility, and she was devastated. Somehow she managed to get a train ticket and came back to the city. Apparently, she tried getting her revenge against me because I was filing for a divorce. The only thing at the house was the divorce papers. There was so much evidence against Scott that it was impossible to escape what he did to me. His cheating was the final straw, and the marriage is completely over. I finally cut ties from those scumbags-in-law that I used to have. I feel so much more refreshed, and I am ready for the new chapter in my life.